We're going to talk about the rigid tools, so the whole lineup. We'll start off right here with this Mega Max. It basically has all these different attachments here for the Mega Max setup. That arrow and that arrow are lined up and it will pull apart. That arrow and that arrow is lined up, and then the arrow and the lock is locked in. It's good to go. They also have different batteries with the rigid lineup. They have a few different ones, but right here we have a 9 amp octane battery, and we have a 4 amp lithium battery as well. Either of them will work. Just throw this one on for the moment, and then you could hear it, you could hear that noise that the battery's in. And then what you want to do is just give it one click like that before you start using it. That way it just all calibrates, I guess. But anyways, so now we take this one off. Okay, put on the Sawzall attachment here. So again, we just line those arrows up. It's locked in. Give it one of those and it calibrates, and now you can use the tool as a Sawzall. Okay, if we unlock that, we can now put on like a chipper here for chipping. Okay, so that's locked in. Give it one quick to calibrate, and now you can use it to chip. So that's the that there is the Mega Max kind of lineup there.
What would you use the right angle one for?
The right angle one we use a lot for even like mixing concrete or stucco. We also use it for like getting in between studs in a wall. If you're doing like plumbing or something and you need to drill through the studs, that's usually a shorter distance sometimes than a drill with the bit on it. So a few different reasons why you would want to use a right angle, but they come in very handy, so that's a very good tool right there. Next, we're going to be looking at this rigid skill saw. Okay, it's also cordless. Any of these rigid batteries work on it. And again, once you put it in, you just want to calibrate it. But start over. I don't think with these tools you need to calibrate.
No, you don't.
Okay, so this is the rigid skill saw. It's obviously battery operated as well, so it comes in really handy. This particular one is left-handed. They have left-handed or right-handed, and that just means that this blade will be either on this side or it'll be on this side, so that when you're cutting, if you're left-handed, you can look over the side to see the blade in the line. If you're right-handed, you'd want it over here so you can see down that way. Next, we're going to be looking at this rigid grinder. One of the things, just to show you real quick about the rigid tools, I noticed is that the batteries, to get them off, you have to push inwards first before you pull it out. So it's a little trickier than some brands, but as long as you push it in first, and while you're squeezing these two sides, see it has these two, it has these on both sides. You got to push them both at the same time and pull it out, but I noticed you have to push it in and pull it out, and that works a little easier. But okay, the rigid grinder. So another really cool tool to have cordless is a grinder. I mean, it's nice to have grinders that have a cord in case you need to use them all day, or you just need that lot of power to cut some stuff all day long. I don't know, but to have it battery operated, cordless, just makes so many jobs, like small jobs, like so much easier than having to run a cord for it. We use this all the time. Even though I have one with a cord, we always use here Nate's cordless one majority of the time. Okay, then we have the rigid planer. Basically, again, put the battery on here. This is a hand planer, and for, you know, shaving off a little bit of wood instead of using like a sander, you can shave off, you know, a 1/16 or whatnot at a time. You don't want to run over any nails or it will dull the blade. Also, you can add a bag on here to collect the dust. But this is another cool tool. I mean, in today's age, you need to go cordless almost for everything. I mean, why not? Okay, then we have just the normal drills. We have the impact drill, and we have the regular drill with where you can adjust the torque, that clutch. So there you go. Every brand has an impact and one like this. It's good to have both. Just depending on what you're doing, you can put in drill bits easier sometimes in here, unless you buy the special ones that can clip into the impact. Although if you can use this impact for a lot of things, it's a lot lighter, and we normally use the impact more than anything, but sometimes you need to have this one for just certain applications. But these have both worked for a long time and haven't failed on us, so way to go, Rigid. Okay, then we have a Dremel. The Dremel is an awesome tool for drywall. I'm sure you can use it for other things as well, but we use this all the time for drywall. And basically, it spins all the way around, and you can put different tips on here for what specifically you are cutting. But normally we put a drywall one on here for cutting around lights or outlets or different things we need to cut out in the drywall. This works pretty well. So, and to be cordless is awesome. You can put it in your bag, you can be up on a ladder. Drywall, you're all over the place. So that is an awesome tool. Then we have the this rigid jigsaw. The rigid jigsaw. All right, so the rigid jigsaw, again, really cool, cordless. We use this a lot too for cutting out sinks. We'll use it for sometimes cutting like flooring. If we have to go around a different, like an angle or something, it's good for doing round curves and stuff like that. So being cordless obviously is great. So rigid, it's got it all. Of course, a sander. Okay. Cordless again, and again we use it all the time.
It's an orbital sander.
Orbital sander there. So
variable speed.
And then this bad boy, this rigid blower. So it's actually really high power. Works great. We use it all the time to clean off the job sites, especially at the end. But yeah, super high power. Look at it go, look at it blow. And then last but not least, a charger for your batteries. Okay, it's still working. How long have you had this, all this rigid tools, would you say about?
Probably 3 years, 2 to 3 years,
yeah.
Some majority of it.
Yeah, you've had it for at least like almost 3 years.
Yeah.
So 3 years, guys.
Using them every day.
Every day, they're all working strong. I don't think we've replaced any of them really. We've just added to the collection. So, you know, I use Makita myself. Nate uses rigid. Once you kind of start with a tool brand, you kind of get stuck with it because, you know, you already have all the batteries for it and the other tools, so you just kind of add to that collection. But you know, I wouldn't say not to get rigid. Rigid is okay, you know, it does the job.
The best bang for the buck.
Yeah, I mean,
with lifetime warranty.
It's yeah, it's a good deal. So there you go, the rigid lineup. Let me know if you guys have any comments. Let me know. Hope this helps. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up. See you guys on the next one.